Hello, CBTV and construction business family. It is news reporter and journalist Tonia Michele back again with another great interview. Today, oh, you guessed it, we are speaking to another videographer, photographer, and content creative, Jose Zapata. Man, he tells some great tips for all of you construction business owners, construction entrepreneurs, and content creatives. So sit back, tune in, like, comment, and subscribe because this is going to be the interview to help you with all of your construction needs. Enjoy. So, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm super excited to speak with you. So, before we get started, can you just briefly introduce yourself?
Sure thing. Good morning. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. My name is Jose Zapata. I'm the owner-operator of Incrementa, LLC. That's my company. We're mainly focused on creating content for businesses to help them market themselves online.
Nice. Great. So I like to start off my interviews with some sort of teaser. And so this is going to tie in at the end, so you'll see. But can you tell us, what is a content creator to you? Because I know that in the Incrementa bio it says content creator, and I know that's like a new modern day term of what we call, people that make contents, videos, photography. So what is
Right.
a content creator to you?
We mainly focus on video and photography. The main goal is to be able to portray the business or the brand and capture the message that they're trying to get to their audience via videography or photography in a way to attract more people into their business, or even if it's just on the creative side to get a larger audience to view you.
Nice. So speaking of creativity, has there ever been a time, first tell me this, what is your position with the company and what do you do in terms of, making the company run?
Sure. So I'm the owner operator. I'm pretty much a one-man band. I do have other people to help me out. So if I have a larger job that needs more than one shooter or that needs more people, then I'll just get the help. But mainly it's just me. And I shoot, I edit video and photography on the sales side as well. So I'm prospecting and trying to meet new people, network to bring more business in. So I pretty much do it all. I run my social media, every little thing that we can do to help the company grow.
Nice. That's really good. Has there ever been a time that it was hard to balance different jobs and duties as being the owner and operator of your company? And how were you able to, or what tips or strategies do you use to help make sure that that you spend time on this and make time for that?
Sure. It's definitely difficult. I'm not gonna say it's an easy thing to do, but the key strategy that I try to focus on is time management, allocating specific times for certain tasks, and then having a list of what I have to accomplish during the day. That way, I know exactly what needs to be done at what time, and just kind of check it off the list. Sometimes when there's a lot of tasks and you just have them in your mind, it causes anxiety. You don't know where to start. Maybe you start here, you start different things at once, but you don't finish anything. And tomorrow you'll have more tasks, so that'll continue to pile on and pile on until you kind of lose track of what you needed to accomplish. So I definitely say work on the time management if anybody's having issues with getting tasks done, and then having very clear tasks that need to be completed daily.
Nice. I think that is pretty much the key point to getting, keeping yourself organized is writing things down because our minds can only remember so much.
Right.
So, how did you get started in this line of work? Like photography, videography, where did this interest come from and wanting to
Well,
create?
I've always been, I guess, creative leaning. I've always liked photography, videography, but I just did it kind of for fun. My background is really in sales. I started in the car business. Um, so I was there for about 10 years. I became a general manager of a store. And then I realized that uh, through the content that I was creating to promote the business, I was able to get a lot of clients. So social media was starting to boom, and I realized that I needed to take pictures of the cars, that I needed to post them on social media, that I needed to get testimonies from my customers, to get reviews, to post all of this stuff online. And I saw the difference that it made in bringing new customers in. When I decided to leave the car business and start my own thing, I said, well, I'm going to apply what I did for that business, that it worked, and I'm just going to do it for other people, but do it on my own. And I did that about 4 years ago, and haven't looked back since. Um, so that's kind of how I landed here.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. So the name of your company is Incrementa. Does it have a meaning? A meaning? What's the story behind the name of your company?
Yeah, so in Greek and in Spanish, incrementa means growth, um, which that's kind of the main goal of what we're trying to accomplish here. It's create this content to get it out to a larger audience to be able to grow your company. And nowadays, if you're not online, you're pretty much non-existent. So I believe this is the best tool to help your business grow at the moment.
Oh, wow. I actually really love that. That's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why the logo has kind of like the arrow going up. That's kind of the
Mm,
theme.
I like that. Now,
Yeah.
speaking of growth, what is the biggest company that you work with, or not even just necessarily biggest, but what was one of your most memorable contracts that you've worked with a specific, tell us a story about.
Yeah. So since like I said, I come from the car business, I was able to build a lot of relationships there. So I've worked with Nissan, I've worked with Toyota, and BMW, which are pretty big name brands for uh, for a new company like mine to even get an opportunity to work with those name companies. But yeah, those are pretty much the biggest, the most exciting one. I would say it would be BMW. I was able to do a project with them where they did a delivery at their performance center. So we traveled to South Carolina to record the whole process. So that was pretty much one of the funnest one. And then once we released the video, I was featured on BMWblog.com, which is one of the biggest BMW sites online. So that was pretty huge for me.
Yeah, that's really cool. That sounds like a rewarding project. Now, you said that you traveled to do that project. Now, I know that COVID put a halt on a lot of traveling and stuff now. Has COVID affected your business in any way, and how?
For sure, it did, especially in the beginning months of the whole pandemic. A lot of people were scared. I mean, I myself included, definitely did not want to get sick, or anybody in my family sick, or anybody that I know. So everybody was pretty much on hold. However, here in Georgia, the restrictions weren't too tight. So after a few months, things starting to pick back up. It actually has helped me the way I see it, because most people need to rely online to be able to bring people in. There's not a lot of people just venturing out trying to see new businesses or walk around or even deal face to face with people. So if they can get it done through social media to attract customers to buy their product or to sign up for their services, then I feel like I'm in really high demand right now. A lot of businesses need what I have, and I feel like I'm at an advantage. I just got in on it early.
That is so true. Because, like I said, technology made this pandemic so much easier. If we didn't have it, man, I don't know where we would be. So that's so
Right.
true. Video is so important, photos, all of that stuff. What is there a particular company that you dream to work with?
Um, sure, I would definitely, like, again, going back to the car thing, I would definitely like to work with a high-end luxury brand. Doesn't necessarily have to be one in specific, but some sort of Bentley or Lamborghini or something of that nature. I would, that would be one of my dreams, to work with one of those brands.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Now, is how do you ensure that your company gets their projects done on a specific date? And I know that you are a big part of your company in the operations. So how do you ensure that the quality is good and that that you get the projects done at a specific time frame?
Sure. I think the most important thing is not overbooking yourself. Um, it's always good to try to get as much business as possible, but it could be detrimental if you actually bite more than you could chew, right? That's the saying. So sometimes you aspire to get so much that you get your hands on the actual job, but you cannot finish it on time or put in the same amount of effort or attention because video and everything's very quality driven, very you have to be very specific of what you're doing. So if you're just rushing through jobs, you're not going to do the same type of work. Maybe your quality level will lower, and you're going to lose customers that way because either you're going to turn it in late, or you're going to diminish your quality to just be able to get it done. So I think that's counterproductive. So what I try to do is try to book enough where I'm busy, but not to where I'm not going to be able to get things done. And I already kind of know a time frame of, how long does it take me to shoot? How long does it take me to edit pictures? How long does it take me to edit a minute video or a 5 minute video? So I'll know, what to get and what not to get, or just to book it at a later date.
Yeah, that's smart. Now, I don't know if you mentioned to me, but when did Incrementa start?
Well, like I said, when I left the car business, I decided not to get a job again. I didn't want to go back to, I guess, the corporate lifestyle. I decided to open my own business, and this was it. And so Incrementa, I started about 4 years ago.
Okay, cool. And now in the creative process making, a lot of equipment is used from computers to laptops to drones. What's your favorite piece of equipment and why? And what's your favorite
Um,
process? What's your favorite part of the creating, the content process?
sure. I think the most fun, I guess, piece of equipment would be the drone. Uh, yeah, I think that has to be. It's just I feel like it's a toy, so I feel like I'm actually playing and not working. Um, and I just get super cool footage. I mean, I put it up and I have the most beautiful view of any part of the city anytime I want. So I think that's definitely my favorite. Um, and shooting, it has to be the funnest part. Editing is not as fun. It's more time consuming. It's very draining. You have to be on the computer for hours and hours and hours. So it's not as much fun, but it is part of the process. It's part of the thing that you have to do to get it done. So of course, it's very important, but definitely the shooting part and flying the drone has to be definitely the funnest things.
Cool. Do you have any tips to share to other content creators?
Um, sure, I guess. I know in the creative space, there's a lot of ups and downs. So it's just staying consistent, not really getting into your head. Um, as a creator, sometimes we aspire to be perfect, and that's never going to happen. So that stops us sometimes from putting our content out, which is kind of counterproductive because the less content we put out, the less people see us, the less work you're gonna get. So even if it's not perfect, just get it done to the best of your ability. Put it out there. And try to get another job or try to work on a new project, new whether it's a shoot or a video or whatever it is. But just constantly bombard people with your content. The more they see you, the more they're gonna want to work with you, the better you're gonna get. So if you try to just sit on one project and make that one perfect, maybe that's never gonna come. But in that meantime, I could have already done 100 more shoots, and I could have gotten so much better or learned some more through the experience of actually doing it. So just kind of like staying in action and not getting into your head.
Nice. That's really good advice. And I think that leads into my segue of talking about, okay, so there's writer's block, but there's also creativity block where you just
Right.
lose your creativity, where you just can't think, you get in a creative funk. So has there ever been a time where that's happened to you, and how were you able to get into your creative mindset again?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, with the creative mindset, there is a lot of up and downs. There's very very high highs and very low lows. That you peak and then you drop. So it's just kind of staying consistent. Whether you feel like it or not, just work on something. Stay busy. like an idle mind is the devil's playground. So just don't give yourself too much time to just sit around and think about the what ifs and whatnot. Just get stuff done. Give yourself something to accomplish every day to give you a sense of success, that you're actually getting something done, even if it's not at your highest peak of creating, but still try to get something done. That way you just don't slump all the way down. The lower you drop, the harder it is to get back up. So just kind of find a nice medium where you can continue to push work out.
Nice. What is the current project that you're working on?
So right now I editing a few projects for some roofing companies. Also working with a dealership. We're gonna shoot a commercial for them, I believe this week. So I'm trying to, just get everything set up. And then later today, I have a shoot with an artist. So they need just photography. So we're gonna go ahead and go down to Atlanta and take a couple of shots.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Now, when it comes to dealing with like photography, how do you get to choose a location that, sometimes, how some people like take their pictures outdoors? As a photographer, are you the one that comes up with, hey, we're going to meet here, I think this would be a great setup, or is it kind of mutual?
I guess it's a mutual thing, just because some people already have a very clear idea of what they want to capture. So if they already have that in mind, I'm not one to step in and alter their idea, because at the end of the day, they're the customer. My whole job is to bring their idea to life, not to impose my ideas onto them. But however, some people are not as creatively inclined, so they'll ask for a suggestion. So they'll kind of just tell you what the feel of the shoot they want, and then obviously it's part of my job as well to just go around the city and kind of have an idea of where would I like to shoot next. Have a list of places that I know that I could go to. So whenever somebody brings up an idea to me, I'll kind of already know, okay, this is the field that you want. We could go to this part of the city, or even if it's not even outside, if it's a better idea just to shoot in a studio, we could go to a studio. So it just depends. But yeah, like I said, the main part is to be able to bring their idea to life.
Great. How much does a typical shoot cost?
Just depends on how many looks, how many pictures the actual person want, how long the shoot is gonna take. So there's a lot of aspects to the pricing. Just depends on each specific project.
Nice. Yeah, I figured that. Thank you so much for speaking with me. I enjoyed it.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
You have a great day
You
and take
too.
care.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Now, was I wrong? I hope you all enjoyed that conversation as much as I did, speaking with the owner and operator of his very own Incrementa. Now, if you want to get in contact and connect with Jose Zapata, all of his information will be in the description box below. And be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, and comment down below another construction business owner or a construction entrepreneur that you would like to see featured next on this channel. We would love to share their story. And you can also turn on the post notification bell to be notified every time we post a video. Wink, wink. All right, Tonia Michele from ATL is out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.